If you're struggling to manifest, I'm going to break something down in this video that's going to help get you unstuck. So when it comes to manifestation, when people learn about manifestation for the first time, they tend to think of it as this brand new concept that they can implement in their lives in order to get whatever it is that they want. But manifestation is not a brand new concept. It's something that we're doing 24/7, 365. It's not a practice or something that you do. It's a state of being. So, whoever you are, whatever your state of being is, who you know yourself to be, that is what manifests. That is what you see reflected back to you out in your reality. It's not because you discovered manifestation or you're doing manifestation. Manifestation is something that has always been happening. You have always been manifesting. So, your awareness of manifestation, when you discover manifestation, you're not activating some sort of mechanism. You're just finally becoming aware of a machine that has always been running. And see, what keeps a lot of people stuck from receiving their desires, from experiencing what they want in life, is that when they discover manifestation, they think of it as this thing you have to do in order to get something. But when you look at manifestation in that way, that is exactly why you're struggling. Because you're seeing manifestation as this thing you have to do, and you're seeing your desires like if they're up on a mountain. But your desires are not far away from you. They're right in front of you. And the only reason you can't see them is because you're not being a direct version of yourself who has them. So when you're leading with an identity that doesn't match having your desire, your reality is going to keep showing you more of what your identity is. So if you keep saying, I'm trying to manifest and I just can't, that statement alone is what's keeping you away from your desire. That means I'm being the version of myself who does not have what they want. So if you're being a version of yourself that doesn't have what you want, your reality is going to keep showing you that. And even to that, you might say, okay, well, how do I just be the version of myself then? But again, it's not doing something in order to be a certain version of yourself. And this is where things can also get foggy, is you take a look at people doing techniques, right? And they say, oh yeah, I affirm, I visualize, I script or journal. But affirming has always been a thing as well. Visualizing has always been a thing as well. And in the manifestation community, people use those as tools, yes. And they can be helpful, yes. But think of it this way. You have been affirming your whole entire life. When you say things like, yeah, that's just how I am. Or when you say, bad things always happen. How come I'm always unlucky? Or maybe even if you do affirm favorably for yourself, if you find that you're someone that's successful in your career and you're like, yeah, I'm always successful. I've always known that since day one. Like that is a hardcore fact. And that's why you experience success in your career, right? But maybe in another aspect of your life, maybe you're also, I don't know, someone who's an overthinker or you suffer from anxiety and you want to manifest anxiety or overthinking away, but you just can't because deep down inside, you always identify yourself as an overthinker, or you say, yeah, my anxiety always gets to me. See, you're identifying with that anxiety. So that's why you keep experiencing things in your life that make you feel like you're anxious, but you're doing it from a place of unconsciousness, right? You're doing it without realizing you're doing it. But when you discover manifestation, you're like, oh yeah, let me try to use all these tools. And you're like, yeah, I'm going to affirm for 15 minutes a day, and you build out a list of affirmations. The affirmations are great for you. But see, here's the thing, is that when you do that consciously, people tend to have this habit of affirming from a place of not having, or affirming from a place of not being that which they're affirming for. Because see, when you're unconsciously affirming, like how you've been affirming your whole life, you're not affirming to get something. You're affirming because you are something. So you would think to yourself, okay, well, if all I have to do is change my identity, then how do I do that? But that's the other thing, is that it's not about how. It's not even about becoming a new version of yourself. It's not about changing yourself. We can use those terms like becoming and changing, yes, as something descriptive, but it's not about any of that at all. It's about remembering who you are and coming back to that. Because especially when you stay focused on one desire and you're like, yeah, I'm manifesting a car, or I'm manifesting a vacation, you're keeping yourself still limited. But see, when you're born, you are born limitless. And when you come back to that knowing of limitlessness, then that is when you start unlocking your true potential. That is when you start receiving your desires like it's nothing. But we get so caught up in our external world, in our reality, and we see everything in front of us playing out and we react to it. But that is backwards. When you are able to become consciously aware that you don't react to your reality, you stand in the knowing of who you are, and your reality will respond to that for you. So, in turn, when you start leading with the identity that you want for yourself, you also start responding to things out in your reality differently. You see something unfavorable that pops up in your reality that doesn't align with what you want. And instead of reacting to it in a negative way, you're going to respond to it in a calm way, in a way that is more favorable for you. And I can get into that also in another video, because that is all about just your brain and how you're building beliefs throughout the journey of your life. And as you start responding differently to things that you would have normally reacted to in a negative way, that's just your brain shedding pieces of itself that no longer align with you, beliefs that you know or that no longer serve you. Because the beliefs that you build in your mind throughout your journey of life, those can change, they're malleable. The things that you believe of yourself or in your life, those are not hardcore facts, no matter how much you believe them to be. There's something that can be changed. There's something that could be shifted. Because again, going back to the moment you're born complete. You're not born with the beliefs that you carry right now. The beliefs that you carry right now happen because of things that happen throughout your life, things that you experience, things that you learn through other people. Okay. And again, I'm already side questing. So I'll get into those concepts of being born complete and whole, and how your brain is learning beliefs or picking up new beliefs, and how you can shift those. I'll make another video for those things. But in this video, I want you to really understand that manifesting is not something that you do in order to get. Manifesting is something that you are, and whoever you are is what you get.